Ranking all the Captain America movies from worst to best. Coming in at last place is Captain America Brave New World. Now, I did enjoy the hell out of this movie, but it did have some problems with it. The highlight of the movie for me was the dogfight scenes above the Celestial, and I thought that was a really good action sequence. And I thought the Red Hulk stuff was actually pretty good, but I personally think they should have kept it a secret for the movie because it would have been a way higher score if they actually kept it a secret. But overall, an underrated movie, and yeah, I do think it's quite good. Coming in at number 3 is Captain America the First Avenger. Now, I really love this movie. The origin story for Captain America is so good in this film as well. And like him and Peggy's relationship is a really good like relationship in this movie as well. You also get the introduction to Bucky in this film as well, who is one of the best characters in the MCU in my opinion. And it does contain one of like the best like scenes from Captain America is when Steve hops like on top of the grenade. I thought it was such a like simple scene, but it was so powerful because it shows how good of a heart Steve has and how much he's willing to sacrifice in the war. But I did think Red Skull was a pretty weak villain in my opinion. Like that might not be your opinion, but in my opinion, I just didn't really care for the Red Skull villain in my opinion. But it was pretty cool seeing him in Infinity War, I guess. But also the ending is so like really, it's just so good. Him waking up 70 years later, just like it's such a good scene. But yeah, this movie is really, really good and one of the best in Phase 1 and the MCU in general. At number 2, I've got Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now, this movie probably has the best choreography in the whole MCU, and I don't think that's ridiculous to say at all. And Bucky as the villain was such a good villain choice in my opinion, and I love like his like whole backstory like for after what happens in the train sequence in the first Avenger. And one of the best parts of the movie for me as well was the Hydra and Shield twist as well. Because, like, when you think about it, like, throughout the whole Avengers movie, like, you would know now, when on rewatch, that Shield is Hydra, which is crazy in my opinion. So, yeah, that is a really good twist in my opinion. And the final fight between Steve and Bucky was a really good fight, and it actually had some emotional, like, weight onto it as well. Because these two have been buddies since the beginning in the World War Two of the first Avenger movie, and also the writing, the story in this movie is just top notch as well. So yeah, this is like a top 10 MCU movie without a shadow of a doubt. And coming in at number 1, and this is my third favorite MCU movie of like all time. Like this is one of the best Marvel movies ever made, and it's Captain America: Civil War. Like, come on now, this movie's just so good in my opinion. The story, I can argue it's the best written MCU movie of the whole bunch. Like, I can definitely argue that. And Iron Man's probably my favourite part of the movie as well, because I think it's so smart. You make your hero, he started the whole MCU and like followed along for 8 whole years to be the main antagonist of the movie. I think it's just brilliant in my opinion, and it's so good. And what this movie does so well is that you can definitely see like both Cap and Iron Man's side. Like you can see both sides. Like there's rights and there's wrongs. And it's not like they make Tony just randomly like an antagonist of the movie just for the sake of it. They actually like have depth to it. Like the woman that showed Tony her son who died in the Age of Ultron Sokovia City attack when Ultron attacked Sokovia. Yeah, you get the jizz. That impacted Tony, and it gives him the motivation to actually help the Avengers be put in check, basically. But yeah, I love this movie to death, and I'll praise this movie to the day I die. And yeah, it's one of my favourite movies of all time as well. I know that might be a hot take, but I don't really care. But yeah, that's my Captain America movie list. I think my list is pretty accurate, to be honest. You can argue Winter Soldier's the best, you can argue Civil War's the best. But yeah, uh, show me your list in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.